Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you know when we have a new video ready. Now, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 really raised the performance bar for low-cost smartphones when it launched in India all the way back in 2016. And now, Xiaomi's latest offering, the Redmi Note 5 Pro, is all set up to be its spiritual successor. The phone also debuts Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 octa-core mid-range chipset and focuses on improving camera performance, an area where previous Note series have been lacking so far. With a starting price of just 13,999 rupees, is this the only budget smartphone you should be looking at? We find out. The new taller 18:9 display definitely makes the phone look better from the front and is quite similar in design to the Redmi Note 5. However, the plain back with the tapering size isn't quite exciting to look at. Plus, there's no really getting around the iPhone X inspired camera bump, which even uses the same arrangement for the lenses and the LED flash. The body is made of metal and is quite comfortable to grip. The buttons do feel a bit out of reach when you're holding it normally, but the tactile feedback is good. On the left, we have a SIM tray which can accommodate either 2 nano SIM cards or 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card for storage expansion. Down at the bottom, we have a 3.5mm headphone socket, a micro USB port and a speaker grill. Now, considering this is a Pro model, we would have ideally preferred USB Type-C here, which sadly isn't present. Finally, up on the top, we have an IR emitter which is used to control infrared appliances. The 5.99-inch 18:9 display produces punchy colors and brightness level is also pretty good. In fact, even under direct sunlight, the colors don't really wash out too much. Video playback is also good and the phone handles 4K video playback without really breaking a sweat. The speaker also gets decently loud. However, its position at the bottom means you could accidentally block it with your finger when using the phone in landscape mode. The octa-core Snapdragon 636 SoC in the Redmi Note 5 Pro is powerful enough for multitasking and running heavy games. The best thing about it is that it doesn't really heat up the phone too much, even when gaming or using the camera for extended periods of time. Now, our unit right here is a base model with 4GB of RAM, but you can opt for a 6GB RAM variant for a bit more money. However, the inbuilt storage is same on both variants, which is 64GB. You can also sign up for Mi Cloud, which gives you 5GB of cloud storage for backing up important data. Now, our test unit that we received from Xiaomi was running a beta version of MIUI 9. However, despite this, we didn't really run into any stability issues. MIUI on the Redmi Note 5 Pro is still based on Android 7.1 Nougat. Now, you don't get Oreo out of the box, and as of now, there's no official word on when this update might be released. However, MIUI 9 runs smoothly and offers plenty of options for shortcuts, gestures, and customizations. The leftmost home screen lets you do a quick search, launch frequently used apps, take notes, check cricket scores, and see upcoming calendar events. Now, most of the customizations can be controlled via the Settings app. You can set up gestures and shortcuts for navigation like the Quick Ball. You can configure multiple instances of a certain app so you can run multiple accounts on them and even duplicate the entire OS with second space. The cameras on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro are good for most lighting conditions. The primary 12-megapixel camera on the back manages fairly detailed landscapes during the day. Close-ups exhibit good color reproduction and natural bokeh. The phone does struggle a bit with getting the white balance right under harsh sunlight at times. However, most of the time we found the light metering to be quite accurate. The second 5-megapixel rear camera is only used for calculating depth in portrait mode. Edge detection works very well for human subjects, but for other objects, the result isn't always very accurate. Now, since the unit that we have is running on a beta build, the 4K video recording option isn't present. However, Xiaomi tells us that this might be ready in time for the first sale. Full HD videos look good under natural lighting. Colors are well saturated and the level of detail is pretty good. The Note 5 Pro gets electronic image stabilization, which works decently well. However, we did notice a slight shimmering effect when you move about. Panorama mode is easy to use. However, we found the manual mode to be quite limiting as the only options to tweak are the ISO and the white balance. The front 20-megapixel camera takes very good selfies, and there's a bokeh mode too, which does a good job with edge detection. There's also a diffuse LED fill light which helps in very dark environments. Battery life is also very good. We managed to get through an entire day on a single charge with medium usage. The bundle 10-watt adapter doesn't allow fast charging, though the phone itself does support this if you use your own Qualcomm Quick Charge compatible charger. The Redmi Note 5 Pro offers plenty of reasons to spend that extra bit of money compared to the Redmi Note 5. The list of improvements include a better set of cameras, slightly better battery life, and a more powerful SoC, all of which makes the experience just a bit nicer. Plus, at a starting price of just 13,999 rupees, this phone does offer tremendous value. So thanks for watching our review, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.